minimum of Wade Park. For me, I want a better plan. I said 3 years ago that when what was presented was incomplete and did not go the distance of what we could accomplish as a city. The council then voted to move forward in spending over $400,000 on renderings on First Avenue, knowing that we were not going to have Canby utility in the time frame we wanted. The decision was made to draft a new plan. Now we're being presented with another plan that to me falls short of what we could accomplish. If we are truly motivated to be efficient, cut operational costs, have better fiduciary skills with our people's money, and drive for a stronger Canby, then we must pause and find a new way to bring it all together. The plan in 2010 was a better plan because we could fulfill our needs now and all of our future growth needs. We are going to dramatically change the landscape of downtown for a generation or more. Are we building one building or a downtown community?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Brian.
I'll speak up. Where is the vision coming from?
I'm sorry.
Vision? Where's it coming from? Okay. We have an opportunity to step back, take all of our needs and wants into consideration, and address them in a way that will be sustainable now and in the future. We should build up to combine all government services to maximize downtown space and future economic investment. How does placing council chambers and court away from where the majority of work is being done efficient? How does shrinking the proposed needs of the library by 3,000 square feet build for the future? We need to look 30 years down the road, not 5. I have and will continue to believe that Canby's heart is in and around Wade Park. There's ample parking near there. We will choke off 2nd Avenue by placing the library there. By combining all government there, we have a central heart to our city that with some additional amenities to and around Wade Park, whether that be equipment, playable water features, shops, etc., will add the economic engine that we want to create. This will be the addition for all of Canby. For the last 3 years, Starbucks is working on being more efficient in our stores. A big part of what we are doing is going to the people to do the work and find out how things are being done to make them more efficient, where placement of supplies and equipment are, etc. We had public input with the police station, 99E, and First Avenue. Why not include the public on design, location, amenities? A majority of people that I serve tell me, 1, do not build this, 2, do not leave Wade Park. We sought the advice of property owners, business owners, fire chiefs, and community members' input on the URD, and now we are cutting out the very people that we are supposed to be building the future for. If we exclude the communication component with stakeholders, we also run the risk of continuing down a path where distrust of government grows. I do not want to see the URD be held hostage at any level. For me, we are lacking an overall vision for downtown. One thing that brings together all the investments we have made and will make. In all the projects we have done, we have asked the question, how will we maintain, sustain, and afford what we are doing? This is no different. URD is for economic development and city improvements. I am supportive of URD and what it can and has accomplished in Canby. Canby has been a model for its proper use. I have said and will continue to say that a library contributes to part of the economic growth of a city. It is not the economic silver bullet that some are portraying this to be. It is part of it. Our current projects will cost the city more money to maintain properly or face much greater expense to redo later on. This project is no different. The drums of jobs, jobs, jobs are beating louder than ever. This project will bring construction jobs, plumbing jobs, and electrician jobs. They will buy coffee at Place to Be, maybe have lunch at Canby Pub and Grill or Rice Time, even stop at Thriftwood for some groceries on the way home, or Rounders for beers with the crew. Those jobs will end and leave our community. What long-term sustainable job growth will we have added? Maybe over the time as the library use increases and Canby grows, Place to Be will add 1 or 2 additional baristas. The Mexican bakery will add 1 or 2 people. The library will add 1 or 2 employees to support the demand, providing we can afford it. That is 6 jobs on an $8.5 million investment. Will this draw more new business ventures to downtown? We're not 100% certain. We are being hopeful that it will. Part of this planned proposal is turning the police station into a parking lot. When I encouraged city staff and voted to move the police station, my vision for the corner was more commerce and adding to our economic engine. We have invested almost $3 million on First Avenue redevelopment. I hear councilors and commissioners wanting jobs and businesses in the downtown core. This does not do this. We are taking a prime piece of real estate that could be used to provide the spark that draws people off of 99E. I have asked our mayor on more than one occasion and staff to revisit ideas and plans from just 4 or 5 years ago to help with the discussion and to open dialogue with developers on how we can create a public-private partnership to spark development downtown. Adding more parking that turns most of First Avenue frontage into parking is a missed opportunity at creating long-term economic and sustainable growth. Furthermore, studies have shown we do not need additional parking. 2001 parking study that we did, parking supply was operating at a very low occupancy rate through the day, with as much as 60% of the total supply empty at peak. The railroad lot is underutilized, the east lot operating at 68% of capacity, and the west lot at 39%. That's 2001. 2012, ground assessment showed similar levels of use from 2001. In summary, the ground assessment, so the loss of parking associated with the railroad site under redevelopment will certainly increase the demand for area parking supply, but should be able to mitigate with the implementation of new parking management strategies. And maybe this is where that falls. I think it is safe to say that every one of us up here sees the passion our community has for the library. That goes without saying. Nobody is saying that we do not need to make improvements to the library. It needs attention, as does City Hall, council chambers, the courts, and other sections of our city. I do not disagree that our library of all the public buildings can help with economic development. I am a library fan. My family are fans of the library. I have paid enough late dues to probably buy several bricks this past year in the new library. There are two sides to this, and I myself have been split on both sides of this. One side is the emotional. We need a new library. It's arts and books. It's a meeting place. It's a study hall. It's fill in the blank. My business side asks about the business plan of this. What will it cost? What is my return? How much business will this create? What are my expenses now and over the life of this development? Both are worth exploring, and both will not be 100% satisfied. Starbucks does not open a new store without a plan to build, a plan to drive sales, a plan to be economically sustainable, or a plan to be community relevant. Pioneer Pump and Shimatsu did not expand without a detailed plan. This week's Herald presented many letters to the editor and an editorial in support of the plan. That we should spend the money on this, that there have been no other suggestions made to spend the URD money, and that the councilors, commissioners are dragging their feet and are foolish to not make this happen. If citizens think that taking the time to come up with the right plan to spend now $10.1 million of taxpayer money is dragging our feet, those are the Herald's words, not mine, then I guess I'm dragging my feet a little bit. I am cautious to use URD funds for public projects when we have others that I would like us to explore. Finishing Sequoia, 99 components, which is direly needed as well. And we have a real chance to see the Art Road corridor come to fruition. Clackamas County sees Canby as its jewel of available employment lands. This needs to be explored and leveraged. These items will add to the economic engine we need to not only build a library or a true community center or other wants. It will also enable us to maintain the investments and sustain the level of service that we want and deserve in our city. When I toured the library last week with Penny, she shared with me that 150 Canby children signed up for the summer reading at Wilsonville Library, which she said. That is indeed sizable. I was shocked by that number. I do not believe that they went there because the programming is better, or that the staff is better, or that the volunteers are harder working or better volunteers. Canby is far better than in all accounts. I believe they went there, as my kids have done several times this summer, because I can take them to a great park, to get something to eat at the myriad of restaurants, run to the store, go to Target, and be home to make dinner. We can do this and maintain a small town feel without losing our identity. Again, let's make sure our vision is clear on the library and on downtown. That is my...
Thank you. I appreciate you writing that out.
Thank you.